And Benny Caliendo will be leading off the
Top of the eighth.
top of the eighth for the West Division. Benny, who manages the Grizzlies.
Reached on an error.
And
His first at bat back in the fourth inning.
Benny, who's a friend of mine and a teammate of mine in Las Vegas. Shortstop, second baseman, third baseman, pitches, can hit. And one of those guys just, is a gamer. And a pleasure to have as a teammate.
George Papadakis on the mound for his second inning. That ball lined into right center field for a base hit. So leadoff single for Caliendo to start the eighth inning. So he's on at first.
He's on at first, and that was a well-struck ball to the opposite field.
Chuck Voorhees, who singled his first at bat.
Take a look at it. Pitched a little over the outside corner, and went with it in that direction, right center field. Nice line drive single to start the inning. West looking to pad their 6-run lead here in the top of the eighth.
Voorhees looks at a breaking pitch on the corner. 0-1. Voorhees in the 35 and older Huntington Yankees. Papadakis working quickly, that ball down low. 1-1 the count. Voorhees will be followed by Jack O'Brien. And then Will Horan.
Voorhees, who leads the league with in home runs with 5, including 2 grand slams.
Wow.
He's had some season. Regular season hit .395 with 26 RBIs, and he is a professional golfer. He works at Indian Hills Country Club in Northport. So he's an athlete, and a guy who's in shape.
I'll tell you what.
I don't have his age here right off the top, but
a professional golfer, hand-eye coordination, baseball player, hand-eye coordination. Think of John Smoltz, who is basically a scratch golfer as well.
And there are many baseball players who favor golf, and yeah, you're right. The hand-eye coordination is demonstrating some more hand-eye coordination. Therefore, he singles up the middle.
You think of the American Insurance, American Heritage, the celebrity golf tournament that's played every year in Lake Tahoe, and it's always a lot of baseball players that are baseball, hockey players do very well. I mean, the football players have done well. In fact, Dick Anderson played for the Steelers, won it again this year.
I believe. So this is Bobby Brancati, manages the Long Island Yankees, and he was a recipient today of the John Aponte Award, memorializing one of the nicest guys you ever want to meet. John Aponte, I played against him in most of the 90s. Passed away at 37 years of age. Lived with basically a fatal heart condition most of his adult life. Really knew that he was not going to live very long, and simply refused to stop playing. Buried in his uniform. I'll never forget going to the wake. And there were thousands of guys on baseball players.
Broken bat pop up to third for the first out here in the eighth.
So Brancati pops out for the first out.
Tim, that's one of the things I know before the start of every All-Star game, the awards are handed out. It really is a credit to what you and Eddie Cantor do with this league, and how you honor former coaches, former players. It's just a great tradition and a way to remember these guys that just love the game of baseball.
It's fallen comrades. When we started out, you never think when you start something like this. Yeah, people are going to retire, they're going to stop, but you never think that you're going to lose them in the prime of their lives to any number of events. And the Andre Fletcher Award. Andre was a New York City fireman. Had died in the World Trade Center, and he had just been promoted out of the fire academy as a teacher to become a battalion leader in Staten Island. Only weeks prior to the World Trade Center. I had spoken to him a week before. We happened to touch base because the Fall League was coming up, September 11th that year. So, Fall League starts right around Labor Day. And just that happened. He was so happy with his promotion. I congratulated him, and that's what he would never have been in that position if he was still at Randall's Island, where he was teaching the fire academy. And that's this year's award winner for the Andre Fletcher Award.
Little chopper towards third, bobbled, picked up, no play can be made. And the bases are now loaded for the West. As Jack O'Brien reaches.
Will Horan, who is a power hitter from the Midville Dodgers, he's going to be looking for something to drive here. They can really blow this one open. As I was saying, so anyway, Stu Juarez, who's managing the West Division, the Panthers, he was this year's winner of the Andre Fletcher Award. And that's how we...
Another chopper over the mound.
One.
Played a second. Can they make the fielder's choice? They cannot. And the run is going to score.
So Papoussakis now has been sabotaged a little bit by his defense on 2 consecutive plays. Horan, who I was thinking was going to pound the ball there, pounded it into the ground and benefited from the inability of the shortstop to get a handle on it, as Robbie Brooks will take his second turn at bat.
So now 9-2.
9-2, Robbie Brooks from the Long Island Express, 33 years old.
First pitch swinging to center field.
That'll get a run in.
Runner tagging from third. Here's the throw, cut off. And the run scores double digits for the West as they advance the lead to 10-2.
So Brooks gets the RBI on another sac fly. Moran holds it first there, taking a look at Will. Will, who's played for the Midville Dodgers for the past 3 or 4 years.
Eddie
Been
Johnson.
in the league a lot longer than that. Eddie Johnson, who played for me in what was then the Long Island Mets, probably 20 years ago. Eddie lives in Westchester. He's a former college football player at Wagner.
He looks like a player.
Yeah, he's
ready to go.
Yeah, Eddie's looks like a football player. He is a high school football referee in Westchester. So that season is just about to start. And he plays in the Westchester Men's Senior Baseball League on the weekends. He plays in Long Island midweek during the week.
And again, we always joke at the start of the game, what is midweek? It's midweek baseball, but some guys are going to play all week long.
Yep, some of them do. God bless him as he strikes out to end the inning.
Bill Germano leading things off here at the bottom of the 8th, trailing by 8 runs. After they led this game 1-0, after 4, the West with 3 in the 5th, 3 in the 6th, 2 in the 7th, 2 in the 8th. And the East with just that single run in the 4th and 5th innings, trailing 10-2 as Germano slaps that one foul, 0-2 the count.
And in this situation with a comfortable lead, all McAndrews needs to do here is throw strikes, don't walk anybody, let them put the ball in play, let the defense make the plays, 1 out at a time here. As long as you don't give them a 5-out inning, keep them out of the game.
Germano singled and was caught stealing back in the 2nd inning. That pitch just off the outside corner. 1-2 the count on Germano. As McAndrew works from the full windup, looks into the catcher, gets the sign, he's ready to go. The 1-2 offering, missing outside, 2-2. Eddie Muria behind the plate. Fortunate this year with the weather. Last year, boy, the rains came. It was a tough day.
I think we got rained out in the 7th inning of the first game.
Yeah.
We never did get the 2nd game in. So Bill Germano, who plays for the Medford Maulers, managed by Mike Lynch, in the 35 and over upper division. They moved down a division from the 25 and over upper division. So they moved actually upper division in age. And Bill Germano is a chiropractor, lives in Smithtown, has a couple of children. Originally from East Meadow, went to East Meadow High School, played his college ball at Stony Brook and East Meadow High School.
2-2.
High school.
Pitch just misses. Count runs full at 3-2.
Andrews needs to come in here with a strike. Like we said, don't want to walk anybody with an 8-run lead. Gets a chopper out of third baseline foul.
Tim, this year, I guess the leagues are all going wood bat still?
Yep, we have I think, in fact, this is probably, how I want to say, 5 years in a row now where we have had no metal division. And in the fall, same thing. And it's funny in thinking back to when we first tried to introduce wood bat. Uh, we did it by having a wood bat day, and then
Gotta
a
do what
wood
you gotta
bat
do.
week. And oh, the moaning and crying we had from teams. Oh, I spent $250 on
Sure.
a metal bat as Toronto grounds to short. The routine 6-3.
You know, the
Kansas
wood
gets
bat,
the first
though,
out. Yep.
you know, the ball does jump so much quicker off the metal bats.
Absolutely.
And, you know, you're talking about guys that are maybe a little bit older, the
Yep.
reflexes aren't as good. And, hey, that ball still comes off the bat quick.
It does.
It's definitely, for safety purposes, which has been one of the arguments even in Major League Baseball, that pitchers have been getting hit.
Yep.
It just comes back too quick. But for this level of play,
Well, the first division to go all wood was the oldest division. When we started 48 and over, we made that all wood, and there was nobody, you know, said anything contrary to that. The trend, though, moved in a matter of 2 years, where nobody was even talking about metal. Now, there's still metal divisions in other parts of the country, and when you go to a couple of the national tournaments, there are still several metal divisions. You know, the problem, and again, when we talk about in the older age divisions, metal bats are very forgiving. You get the ball in on the hands, you can still, you know, hit the ball into the outfield. You get a ball in on the hands of a wood bat, you got a broken bat and a comebacker. So the wood bat levels the playing field, to use an old expression, but, you know, really is more appropriate for 48 and over. What's happened is people have come back to realize that the game at the professional level has always been played with wood bats. There's never been any thought of going to metal bats. The evolution of maple and bamboo as different from ash that was the standard. That's the big debate in the pros is are certain bats too hard and generating more ball speed off the bat and making it more dangerous. But guys who want to come out and play ball and really emulate the major league experience, you have to play with wood.
Right. I know last year we had Ken Fazio from Tyrus, maker of wood bats, customized bats. Actually just had one made up for my son, which I'll be picking up tomorrow while I'm on my own. I'll go meet him and pick that up. But, you know, the wood bat, I mean, you can customize them. They look great. You know, you can do whatever you want with them, you know, cosmetically.
I have a couple from when I was still playing with my name on them from a local Long Island bat company where they mill them themselves. There are a number of mom and pop bat operations around, and then nowadays with the internet, it is so much easier to shop, and you know there is a very competitive pricing.
Hit on the ground a second, easy play. And Hignell is retired. 4-3, 2 down here in the 8th.
So McAndrews is making easy work here of the East Division here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Corey Franklin from the Indians.
It's just a great way for these guys to come out and play. And, you know, the skill level, it's still good. You know, maybe we're not seeing the influx of home runs and the long ball, but you know, I mean, look at today's game. We had 2 triples in the same inning.
Yep.
Back in the 5th when Robbie Brooks and Anthony Dewala both hit triples, just hard balls that went all the way into the corner and one into center field over the center fielder's head. So it doesn't mean you have to hit it over the fence.
Right. They were hit him. They were hit him where they ain't.
Willie
hits.
Keeler.
Yep.
Hit them where they ain't.
And triples, you know, even in Major League Baseball, triple is the rarest of the base hits, and here to have 2 in 1 inning, you know, that'll tell you that
it's 2 and 3 batters.
Yeah, 2 and 3 batters. That those were 2 really well hit balls. As McAndrews strikes out, I forgot who that was.
Corey Franklin.
Corey Franklin. Thank you.